I'm Lisa.
I'm Charlie.
Welcome to our Georgia Suburban Homestead.
Welcome to our backyard. This is the larger garden compound. And you'll be seeing a video real soon on our transplanted raspberry vines. And we put in these 3 raised beds. This is one of the techniques. You saw the straw bale up front. But this is a compost-based bed with what I like to call Insta-bed. That just takes a few moments, no tools to make, just wood and brick. We fabricate and upcycle pallet wood. This is a pallet wood potting bench. Every garden needs one. We do make them on commission, but for local people only. You imagine trying to send that through UPS. We do a lot of vertical gardening, or to utilize space, we put in raised beds and then put trellises over the top using cattle panel. Climbing edible roses into the garden compound with a raised bed that is 27 inches tall, but made with discarded roof material. And the method here is hugelkultur. And right now what we did for the plastic that you see is 6 mil plastic that we simply, if you look at the cattle panel trellis, see how that's bent over the bed? Well, that's one 25-foot long hallway with 6 mil plastic pulled over the top, secured with straw bales, which are then cooked in the straw bale gardening method and will be incorporated into the soil here. That we're lucky enough to be able to produce kale and cabbage and a lot of the brassicas over winter, and we actually eat year-round from the garden here. One of the advantages of a hugelkultur bed is a raised temperature, so things are a little bit warmer here than they are in this bed over here. This is where we dug the raspberries out, and we have a Nanking cherry, a Satsuma orange tree. Yes, they'll grow here if they're on the right rootstock. And this is our bay laurel tree, for those who like using bay in their soups and stews and all sorts of uses for bay. Blueberries. We do a lot of vertical gardening. We're doing that this winter because we're too lazy to come out and run through the yard for the winter crops. So I just have to come out and run over to a tower. Each tower is housing about 30 plants. Charlie and I got tired of lifting plastic to get into the 25-foot hallway, and if Charlie will open the door that he made for us, we show you where the tender citrus comes in, and that's the topic of another video. And you'll see I've got citrus trees up one side and then the huge pots that are quite large up the other. And we enjoy citrus throughout the year. I do a lot of Asian cooking, so we use lime leaf. And I've got trees down there that are like 15, 16 years old in large pots, one of which I'll sell this spring because I've got another one to start over. And this is the Thai kefir lime, which has the figure 8 leaf on it. Wonderful for cooking. Power's going out. We have a wonderful facility here for teaching and sharing. Charlie built this with his own hands, and the county approved it. There's Bamsy, the wonder dog. Hey, Bamsy. Uh-oh, Bamsy has torn up a birdhouse. That was a gourd that we built. Do y'all see that? I swear, Bamsy. That's the thing about dogs. But really quickly, we'll go down the hill here. Uh-oh. The Chinese broccoli It's blooming. Guess what's for dinner tonight, dear? 2 days of rain. And we have bees. So Charlie, maybe go in and talk to us about your bees a little bit. Can I have the umbrella? Yeah. I don't care about being wet, but the camera may not like it. So in this little compound are Charlie's bees. These are honeybees. So take it from here, Charlie. What kind of bees are these?
Just regular honeybees.
Look at the camera.
Just regular honeybees. I had 10 hives, but we had a poisoning event twice last year, so I'm down to 3 right now. I hope to expand it back out in the spring. Weather has been a little weird. You might notice a few of the trees are already starting to bloom right now in better weather, like yesterday. The bees were out foraging in the middle of, well, New Year's Day.
Winter, yeah.
And actually, there's 1 or 2 still coming back right now.
Yeah, I see them buzzing around you.
So I've got to keep an eye on them, make sure they've got stores the rest of the
What type of bees do you have? They're carnelian?
Carolinian.
Oh,
Like that. I'm not real good with pronouncing that. In a
we,
while.
we had Italian bees. What do you think of the Italian girls?
I don't do real well with Italian bees. I do not know why, but I never got a lick of honey off of them. And they died out on me. Corallinians, like I say, I got up to 10 hives, and if I hadn't had a couple of poisoning incidences last year, I might still have 10 hives. Well, so 2. So.
We'll be doing crafting videos, and one of the things I do in craft was you saw up front the elephant ear bird water station, bird bath. This is a fountain made of burdock root leaf. It's solar powered, and we don't have sun right now, so we can't really see the water flow. But we'll go over all that. Then over here we are, January 2nd, we have peas to pick. And this is in another Insta-bed with homegrown soil. We'll be talking about that. Those good, honey? Those are sugar snaps. We do container growing. Charlie built a nice greenhouse for me, again using 6 mil plastic, cattle panel, and 2x4. And this is where we start our seed. And we'll be talking about that. You can see through the door. We scavenge at flea markets, and we paid for these insulated exterior doors, $5 each for them. And yeah, they're kind of rough in shape, but they work. So
Well,
we're not.
they've been in the weather for 5 years.
They've been in the weather for 5 years. We've got 175 raspberry bushes of different types strung up on these cattle panel. Some of them will be producing early season, some mid-season, and some are still giving us the random berry. Especially the golden raspberries for the fall and winter. They're wonderful. They're like candy. More Insta gardens that are kind of waiting around to be planted. And then we put in a third poly house. And if Charlie opened the door for us, I'll just give you a peek inside.
Over the limb, so.
These are for peppers. I grow peppers from around the world. Hard to find, rare peppers. And if you look in here, Bamsy the Wonder Dog again. It's about 60 degrees out in the yard. And what does that say there? Let me see how much. It's 70.
65, 70.
So it runs 5 to 10 degrees warmer here. But these Scotch bonnets and these pots, last year was their 8th summer. I don't think they're going to make it through the winter. But no worries if they don't, because their children are over here. We still have peppers. The reds are Trinidad Reds. And we've got Scotch bonnets, which get tinier and tinier as the season goes on. And then everyone drops their leaves, and they look like that. In which time we'll give them a good pruning. And then in the spring they get stepped out into the sunlight, and they take off earlier than your plants that you would get from the store. We found this wonderful thing this year on Amazon. It gives you the high and low temperature, and according to this was up to 90 degrees yesterday, and it has not gone below 50. So you push the button to reset it, and according to it is 65.3 degrees Fahrenheit in this house without any heat in it. So that's 5 degrees higher than the outside ambient air temperature. Those are arroz con pollo. These are little mini Scotch bonnets, the last of the season. We'll probably harvest those for seed. Trinidad Red, which aren't as hot as the Scotch bonnets, but they do have some heat in them. They're wonderful. So we're going to sign off and hope that you are teased by the things you're seeing here. And we will go over step by step in shorter videos on how to do each thing. The workshops will probably be a little longer. And there's another potting bench that Charlie made. So say goodbye, Charlie, and wave. Thanks for spending time with us, y'all. We know your time is worth something.
Gotta clean the place up.
Well, it's
Spring
always
is coming.
Spring is coming. All right, y'all.
Bye.
See you later.